Hi, I'm Phil Albinus, editor of Waters Magazine, and tonight at the 2009 Waters Rankings, we're recognizing the winners in financial IT excellence. And we're talking to Robin Gilthorpe of Tibco. Robin, congratulations and thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you, appreciate it.
In your category, could you tell us why you think the readers of Waters Magazine chose your firm?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of reasons. Firstly, we've been in this sector for a while. We've got 4 years of experience, and I think it's really recognition of proven project delivery and innovative ways of delivering technology.
All right, great. And what are you hearing from your clients right now? What are their greatest concerns? What are they working on? What do they want to accomplish these days?
I think we're seeing three sets of concerns, and some of them expressed by different parties within the customers. So certainly risk and compliance, imagine that in the current environment.
Sure.
Certainly a lot of the cleanup focus. Secondly, leverage of assets and reduction in costs. And thirdly, we're seeing actually most recently, and especially at the most senior levels of our customers, renewed focus on building revenue.
Okay, right now, and you mentioned the R word, risk. Right now, are the firms basically updating their risk systems, or is it basically updating their risk practices and philosophies?
A couple of things. I think it's both practices and philosophies. Also, a much greater focus on multi-factor risk and the way that the individual elements of op risk, market risk, and credit risk play off each other, and that was. That became significantly more complex in the past couple of years as people took different types of collateral, and as market risk and volatility really changed fundamentally the value of that was at risk in the op risk kind of pipeline.
All right, great. Now, 2009 has been a very interesting year. We're at the ending point of the first half of the year, and we have the second half to go. What do you think the second half of 2009 will be like? Can you look into your crystal ball and tell us?
In my crystal ball, it says. Right. It says sort of steady as she goes. I think it's going to be solid, not stellar. Okay. Unless there's some other shoe out there ready to drop, I think we're going to see progressive gains. Clearly, a lot of the cleanup has been done, right. But now we're seeing some good work, and as I say, renewed focus on revenue building, which after all is what's required to earn out a lot of those write-downs and do it, frankly, the proper way. And clean things up in a proper fashion to set the table for 2010. Okay.
When it comes to financial IT projects, are we seeing small projects, or are we seeing large-scale, very ambitious projects inside the investment firms?
I think what we're seeing is small starts, a very detailed street map, to reduce the risk in terms of showing that first gain, but actually a very flexible and emergent kind of theorem in terms of getting to the long-term goals, some of which have quite large implications.
Great. And right now we're approaching the summer, and could you give us a sneak preview of some of the announcements or some of the projects that you're working on inside of Tibco and Tibco is working on right now?
Well, I'm in town not just for this awards event, but we're doing a launch event today relative to Silver, our cloud offering. And we really see that as quite differentiated in terms of the fact that it's really focused at enterprise class types of problems. Most cloud has not been. And secondly, that it really leverages a lot of our experience in terms of predictive computing, key element of complex event processing, in order to provide elastic provisioning. That's to say, as demand increases, so supply of the compute resources can increase in tandem with that. Okay. And so we're seeing a lot of excitement around that. And of course, we're known for innovation. I'm not going to do the work of good journalists like you and preempt that. We have plenty more exciting stuff to come. Right,
that's our job. Getting back to cloud computing, are the investment firms sniffing around cloud computing, or are they actually working on cloud computing projects?
A little bit of both. Clearly market penetration of some of the first movers like Amazon and so on has been phenomenal. Right. Now people are actually starting to bump up against the practicalities of it. So, what they're finding is that as they increase the volumes that they're throwing at these cloud infrastructures, they're having to go back in and manually readjust how much resource they're calling. And that's where we really think that the elasticity, the dynamic elasticity we can provide is a huge value add, and we're getting extremely positive feedback from major players, including Deutsche Bank.
Great. Well, Robin Gilthorpe of Tibco, congratulations, and thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks, Phil. Good to see you.